went for our first long road trip. We left on Tuesday and played our first conference match at West Virginia in a great environment to open up their first Big 12 event. They had over 350 band members and 3,200 fans, so it was a great environment for our players and for their university, and thought we did some good things. It was a little shaky at times in a new arena, much bigger. Things weren't as smooth as we'd like, but we were able to play pretty consistent and able to kind of win. And then we traveled up to Penn State to play Florida and Penn State in a great environment, something that we want to challenge our team to. And I'm one of the coaches that enjoys playing tough matches early and trying to kind of test our team where we're at. When you play at Penn State, when they're 93-2 at home since 2007, it's a tough environment and one of the great environments in college volleyball. So, the first night we played a good Florida team. They have two very capable middles that can score at a very high percentage, that we had a hard time containing it, and did a good job just playing methodically and playing steady, and were able to come out with a 3-0 victory. And then we prepared for Penn State, who's number 3 in the country, and it was a great battle in front of a great crowd, hot environment, and all the games were close. I believe they were at least 20 all in all 3 games, and they executed a little bit better down in the crunch. We missed some opportunities, but against those kind of teams, you got to play very, very steady and play well. I think it showed us a lot about our team. I thought our side-out game was really, really smooth, and we did some nice things. We just had a hard time scoring in transition. So it's something that we'll focus on this week as we get prepared for another tough 2 matches here against Minnesota.
What did the loss to Penn State teach you about your team?
Well, you're able to see, when you play teams that are as physical as you, they can break you down like we can break teams down. So they broke us down in a few areas, and we were able to go over film early this morning already with our group, meet as a staff, and get organized. So we've been training those weaknesses this morning and getting after it. It's a fine line. You're talking about 1 or 2 point difference in each game in terms of how, with rally score, it's each a 2-point swing. So there's a lot of things that we can do better. We can work a little bit harder. I thought we got outworked at certain points of the match, which wasn't pleasing, but I think the way that they showed up today with resolve is going to bode well for us down the road.
How rough is the Minnesota match going to be, especially having a bounce back from a loss? How hard do you think that'll be?
Well, it'll be a good match for us. I mean, this is a very capable team that's probably going to finish top 3 in the conference. They've got a few really, really high-end All-American players that can be good, and hopefully our fans will show up and get a better environment, close to selling out, because we are hosting regionals, and we need our fans to come out and support us. But we want to, be challenged. We want to expose some of our weaknesses so we continue to improve and learn about our team, because it's when you're playing teams like this, the numbers that you learn from your team are pretty consistent in terms of what it takes to be successful when the NCAA tournament comes.
Coach, I haven't seen the last 3 matches, but you can read the stat sheet. But in your eyes, who really, really played well and stepped up out there in the West?
We played consistent. Eckerman was probably our most consistent player. Bailey had some really good games, but struggled in some games. But the games that she played well in, I felt like Kat continues to get more and more comfortable. I'm seeing her lateral movement become a little bit faster. Her vertical is becoming faster. She's getting a little bit more comfortable. And we were able to try out 2 middles. We're still kind of trying out to see who will be that other middle blocker for our team. So we're giving some good looks at we gave a good look at Madeline. We gave a good look at Molly McCage, and we'll continue to look at our middle blocker core to see. And it may be some time before we actually settle in on one key player.
Right now, you saw UCLA lose, and you guys dropped one right at the top there. If this was the BCS, Coach, you guys be in trouble right now, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I thought last year was a little bit of a down year for college volleyball, but seeing, Stanford and Penn State and Florida and Nebraska and UCLA, I think this is the tide has changed. There's some really competitive teams. It's going to be a very tough year, and you'll see a lot of successful teams right now, and we'll make for a very tough regional come NCAA playoff time around the country.
First trip to West Virginia, obviously a lot of the other coaches are going to want to know from the standpoint, do you view it any different than how the other Big 12 road trips will normally be?
Well, it's the first time I've been there. I thought it was a great city. Everyone was very welcoming. They were really excited. There were a lot of pictures going on from fans as we kind of walked into the arena and walked out. It's going to be a great addition to our conference. They've got a great coaching staff that just took over, and they're doing a nice job. The team was disciplined, well organized, and they'll continue to recruit to get to be a stronger team and more formidable as the years progress.
And does it really help right now, the overall health of the team right now, as far as Texas is concerned?
And we're healthy, knock on wood, but we're in a good spot. We're doing a good job resting our team, getting them good rehab, and making sure that we're not overdoing it this early in the season.